I'm Eitan Shannon with Awesemo. We have 3 plays for you this Monday night in the NBA for Prizepicks.com. But before we give you those plays, we're going to give you a promo code to use and match some money here. That's right. You put in $100 on Prizepicks.com. Use the promo code Awesemo, and we're going to match that up to $100. Our first play on Prizepicks.com for Monday night's NBA slate, Lamelo Ball. We're going over the 18.5 points. He hasn't hit that often, but when he does, he smashes it. And I think you're starting to see this uptick. The 32-point game, 2 games now removed, but there was just a little bit of a struggle from the field. Still got 15 points. So I think you're going to see somewhat of a regression to the mean here for Ball. And based off what we've seen from him shooting the ball, when he is on, that number is smashed. So it's really a matter of, is Ball going to be on or is he going to be off? He's not going to be as off as he was the other night, Saturday, against the Hawks, where he couldn't hit the broadside of anything. There is going to be somewhat of a turn back to what we've seen more consistently in that high 30s to low 40s, where you can get 22 to 30 points from Lamelo. So this is where I think we see that swing back. You know the minutes are going to be there. He's going to play in the high 30s at the very least, depending on if the Hornets blow him out. But other than that, you can count on shots for Lamelo Ball, and I think you can count on him getting to the bucket as well. 18.5, it's a little low, and it's a little bit of a risk, but I like it, and that's where we start over for Lamelo. Our second play Monday night on PrizePicks.com is John Collins on the rebound side. It's at 8.5 for PrizePicks. I do like the hook in there because I think it's a good indication of going under. I was tempted to just say flat out take the over for the risk, but the reality is that he's hovering at 7.5, 8, and that's a good target. So the sweat is in, but it's under our projections. You may think it's too sharp to play, but I think he's trending more so when you look at what we've seen recently over the last 7 to 8 games. He's trending towards that 6.5 to 8 rebounds per game. And that's a number I can live with coming into this because only 2 times in that stretch has he gone over the 8.5. And one of those times was 9. So you see how that impacts the average here. John Collins is not dominating double-digit rebounds every single night. There is a pathway to getting 7, 8 rebounds for Collins, but that's really the ceiling at the most part of what we've seen in mid to where we are right now, November. So I think going under this number makes a lot of sense. 8.5 rebounds. We'll sweat it, but we'll hit on the winning side, and that's going to factor into what we've seen recently, where even with minutes, 31, 31, 35, you're seeing minutes and still unable to eclipse that 9 number in order to go over here. So I don't trust that volume alone is going to put Collins up. I like going under that number, 8.5 rebounds for John Collins. Our final play this Monday night on PrizePicks.com is Mike Conley. We're going over his projected threes at 2. It's a nice, juicy number there, even, no hook involved, nothing to sweat either. When you look at what Mike Conley's been doing recently, he comes off a night where he knocks down 3 threes. He was 3 of 4 from behind the arc. And then beyond that, you only have 2 games this month where he's gone below 2 threes. Sometimes, like earlier in the month, he's needed volume to get to 3, but I don't care about that. The reality is, right now, Mike Conley coming into this matchup is shooting the ball 46% from 3. There are volume shots and takes each and every night where he's getting looks, even when he's only hitting 1 3, where we saw that 2 times, only 1 game where he took 2. The other game, he took 4. So the volume, the amount of 3-pointers that he's going to be able to take tonight alone puts Mike Conley in a great position to go over this number. On top of that, he's shooting the ball exceptionally well from 3. So you can factor in that even if he takes 5, 6 threes, there's a stronger likelihood right now tonight than there was earlier in the month that he knocks down 3+ threes. That's all we need. The push is our floor. And that's why we go over 2 projected threes for Mike Conley. One more time. Lamelo Ball over 18.5 points. Under 8.5 rebounds for John Collins, over Mike Conley, 2 projected threes. Now, put them in a flex play, and if you hit 2 of 3, you'll win 1.25 back of what you put in. Hit all 3 in the flex play, and you'll win 2.25 back what you put in. Put them in a power play. Now, if you hit all 3, you'll win 5 times your entry fee. Use our promo code Awesemo before you do anything, AWESEMO, and we'll match your first deposit up to $100. I'm Eitan Shander. Have a great night.